Now let us imagine that we are engineer B and the task has been assigned to us. So I will go for file, let's say open, browse to your working directory file. Now here I have the rear truss assigned to engineer B, that means for me. So let me open it. Now the procedure will remain the same. That means first we will see for the components how many components are there. Then we will just glance over the geometry to understand that which component is which one. So if I go for rear truss outer, let me hide the surface and you can observe the rear truss outer. In similar fashion, I can go for rear truss inner, hide it and you will see the rear truss inner. By just looking at the geometry, I am getting the sense that the geometry is symmetric about this particular line. So next I will go for geometry cleanup. So let us visualize our geometry in the 2D topology. Now observe the geometry properly so that there should not be any free edge or there should not be any duplicate surfaces. Now just by visually looking, I am not able to see any free edge or the duplicate surface. But to be extra cautious, I will go for visualization tab. Now see again these two nodes are interfering with me. So I can go for shift F2 and just clear them all. And let's say return. Now here I will go for visualization. Let me remove the shade and suppress edge and let me go for wireframe mode. Let me hide the points and now observe whether there are any red color in between the surfaces. As you see, we are not able to see anything. So I will go for shade edge, suppress edge and let me switch on the surface. And now we will start with the meshing. Let me first mesh the outer part, so I will hide the inner part. And before the starting, I will go for importing of criteria file. So let's go for preference and here I will import the criteria file setting. Let me open the criteria file setting that has been assigned to me or given to me by the team lead. So I will say open. Here this is for engineer A. Browse to your own folder. So I will say up and here I will go for engineer B and let's say quality and let's say OK. Now the quality file has been imported. We will go for meshing. Now if I come to any parallel view, let me come to this view. As you can see, it is looking the exact symmetric. So I will mesh only half portion and later on I will try to reflect the element to see whether these elements are fitting exactly or not. Let me go for F12 and we can just start the meshing. Let me switch on the point also. Here we have the 10, 11 and 12 number of elements. So I will keep this count to the 12 and you can see I have the perfect chord. Not only that, I will measure the distance to see whether I will be able to fit the two element over there. No, since we have to maintain the size of 10 mm, it would not be possible. So again I will go for F12, then select the surface or you can first mesh this washer. Here I want 8 element, here I will keep the count to 8. If it is possible, then you can split the geometry or you can keep that as it is also. Next thing, I will mesh this surface. Now here I have the multiple triangular element which I need to remove. So again I will go for local remesh. I will select this portion only. This two triangular element can be merged with this two triangular element. So I can go for 2D quality index, let's say cleanup tools and say drag try element and just drag this try element and let's say drag downward so that they will get merged. Similar fashion I will drag this try element and let me drag this try element to this and then I can go for combine try element and let me combine these two triangular element. In similar fashion I can do the local remeshing over here. So I will go for F12, select this layer of elements only and mesh it. You can see here if I increase the number, my problem will get solved fairly. And next I will go for shift F12, that is smooth operation. Let's say by geometry, select the surface and say add to selection and just smooth. you can see the mesh is becoming very proper. So let me say return, and here this triangular element also can be removed. So let me select only that layer and mesh it. Here I will increase the number by 2, and here again I will go for local remesh, and you can see that triangular element also has been removed. In similar fashion, I will have to check whether there is any triangular elements present or not. Here we have to maintain the symmetry. As I previously told you, same feature, same mesh. I will keep these two triangular element as it is, because if I try to move them, my mesh will become very fine, which I don't want. Now let me mesh this simpler part and we will be done with this portion. Here also I am going to put only one element. You can do the local remeshing over here. So I can go for element, select that layer of element and just say 4. You can see every single element is quad element. Now let me go for this location. So let me switch back to the surface, select all these surfaces and just say mesh. Now here I just have to increase the number by 1, and you can see this triangular element also has been removed, and I have all the quad elements. Here if you carefully observe, at this location I have triangular element, but if I go for quality checks, let me go for by element quality, and then this element is filling in minimum length criteria. So let me go for F4. Let me check whether I will be allowed to move this element or not, because see, if my element is failing by very small distance, for example it is failing by let's say 0.5 mm, then I can move that node so that the element will pass for the quality. But if it is very large, I will take the appropriate action according to the type of analysis that client is going to perform and the previous work that I have done for the same client. So I can go for F4, select these two nodes. As you can see, the distance is very large, but here we have to follow the geometry also. So in that case, either you can move this node along this direction and break the washer, or you can keep this element as it is. See, in this case we cannot break the washer as the washer is given by the client himself. So here I will keep this element as it is. Next thing, here also we have the same problem. As I told you, this cannot be avoided at all cost. So I will keep this 4 element as it is. Now let me go over here. In the washer region, if elements are failing, I am okay with that. But here they should not have been failed. So again I will go for local remesh. Let me select this mesh. Now only this element is failing, and that too failing in the maximum chord angle. So I will try to move the node of this element. So I can go for 2D, call it index, say place node, and just try to move it. Now you can see from here it is passing, but bottom two elements are failing. So I will keep this as it is. Let me move this node along the washer line. So I will place it and carefully I will try to move it. As you can see, it has been moved now. And here there is a problem actually. The node has been moved from the washer line. So I can go for return. Here I will go for project. Here I will say to line I want to project. This is the node that I want to project, and I will give the particular direction. So this is the direction that I will give, and this is my line. See, if I say normal, it might happen that node will get projected to its previous position, which I don't want. So I will say project. Let me say return, and again we can go for quality. So here only 12 elements are failing. So previously those were 4 elements, and here I have 8 elements. So that means 12 elements. And this element we cannot avoid because they are going to fail as it was given by the client himself. At this location you can do one thing. You can move this node a little bit so that mesh flow would be proper. So again I can go for shift F4, select this node, say this is the direction along which I want to move them. Let's say 0.1, and just translate them. See, by doing this you are basically changing the fillet. So if you don't want that fillet to change, you can keep that as it is, even that is also okay. And let me say return. Now the half portion has been done. Now other half portion I can just reflect this element from this location to this new location. To reflect it, first we have to create a base point about which we are going to reflect it. So I will go for F4, let's say 3 nodes, and place the 3 node and say circle center, and let's say return. And then I will go for tools, say reflect. Here I will go for elements, say all the displayed element. Select the plane about which you want to reflect this element. So YZ is my plane about which I want to reflect it. So here I will set my axis to x-axis, select the base point. Do not forget to say duplicate elements, and here I will set it to current component. That means they will get placed in the current component, which is rear truss outer, and say reflect. And first thing that you will do is properly check whether they are exactly capturing the geometry or not. If they are not capturing the geometry, I have to mesh this portion by myself. But as you can see, it is exactly capturing the geometry, so I will not be worried about it. And let's say return. It look like I have done some mistake, so again I will go for base, select it, let me say duplicate, let me say current component, and I will say reflect. And here I will go for return. And now you can see the element has been placed properly. But as we know that when we reflect the geometry at this location, there might be happen so that connectivity will get lost. Now to make those elements connected, I can go for shift F3. Let me switch to the element, select all the elements, and here I will go for preview equivalence. And if the nodes are lying within this tolerance, that means they will get equivalence or they will get connected. So here I will go for preview equivalence, and you can see all these portions are not connected. So let me say equivalence. Not only that, one thing that I can do is I will go for shift F3, displayed all the elements. Here I will go for a preview equivalence and just say equivalence, and let's say return. Now all the nodes are connected. You can check it by going for F5, select one element, mask it, and say reverse and say return. Now hide the surface. Now if I go for unmask adjacent, every single element has to come, and if you observe carefully, they are coming in the same layer wise. That means my elements are properly connected. But from here they are not coming. That means here I have to again check for connectivity. Let me go for F5, let me go for unmask all. If you carefully observe, the connectivity is not placed appropriately. So again I will go for shift F3. Let's select this layer of element, and here instead of this gap I will put gap to be 0.1. Let's say preview equivalence. Still it is not coming in that gap. Let me set it to 1. Say preview equivalence. Now you can see, since they are lying within the same tolerance, I can go for equivalence. Now if you carefully observe, all these elements are stitched together or patched together. Now since we have put one tolerance of 1, which is little bit on higher side, you can try with the less tolerance also. And again we can do the same check. In this way basically we have completed the meshing of rear truss outer. Similarly we will go for rear truss inner. So let me hide the element over here and let me switch on the surface. And here also I will shift my current component from rear truss to rear truss inner. Now you can observe same thing has happened over here also. If I mesh only right portion, I can reflect it to the left portion. So again I will go for F12. I will switch to the by component. Here I will set it to current component and I will go for meshing. So let me go for surfaces, mesh it properly. Here I will set number to 12, and at this location I will directly put the elements, and I will go for local remeshing again and again to get them better flow. Or one thing that you can do is go for individual, or you can discretize the geometry. For example, I can discretize my geometry like this. So I will put node over here, and here I will say line this one, Then I will put normal line like this. So I will go for node to line, and then I will mesh this portion. You can see without much effort I have getting perfect mesh. So let me set this number to the 13 only. So again I will go for elements, select only this 3 layer of element, hide this one, here set it number to 2. Same thing I will go over here and mesh it. Here I will increase the number by 1. Here I have two triangular element. One of them I can easily remove, but this triangular element I will keep as it is, because if I move this triangular element over here it will become very fine mesh, and if I move this triangular element over here it will become coarse mesh. So in order to avoid that I can keep those things as it is. Again let me go for smooth, and let me just smooth these elements. See that proper mesh flow line is there. Same thing here, I can avoid the kink in a mesh. I can go for F7, that is align, one node, second node and last node, and say align. See again proper flow is there, so I will keep this as it is. Now next I will go for bottom mesh. Let's go for surface and just mesh it. Here I will reduce the number by 1, and here I can go for local remeshing so that it will be very easy. And let's move on to next surface. Here let me go for F12. Let's select surface and just say mesh it. Now I will go for local remeshing. Let's just mesh this portion. Then again I can go for meshing of this portion. Then again let's mesh this area only. Now I can remove these two triangular elements very easily. So let me go for surfaces, this one, and here I will keep the element count to 2 since I want to capture that fillet as we have done previously. And again I will go for local elements, select those elements so that I can move this triangular element. Here I will put number to 5, 5, 5. I will keep this triangle over here only because it will become very fine mesh, which I don't want. And again we have to check whether these elements are failing in minimum element length or not. So I can go for by element quality, and since you can see they are not failing in minimum element length, but still we have two failed elements. So let me see where they are failing. So at this location they are basically failing, and they are failing at maximum size. So don't worry about it. We can go for 2D. Let's say quality index, let's say place node, and just move this element little bit, and you can see I have the mesh which does not have any bad quality elements as per our criteria. Now if I have to move this element little bit, that will also be good. So I can move this element so that mesh flow line would be proper. Here also I can move this element little bit. Here also I can try it. So in this way basically you have to try. More you try, better you become. At this element, if I have to remove this triangular element, I could have removed it. So I can go for F12. Let me select only this layer of elements and mesh it. And you can see that triangular element has been removed now. Perfect. Now we have to reflect these elements. So first I will create a center node. So I will go for F8. Let me go for arc, select this arc. Here I will go for lines, then I will select this line, this line also, and let's say create. So now exactly at the center a node has been created. Or one thing you could have done, you can go for F4, say two nodes, this node, and you could have put node between. So since this is one and the same, node are getting placed exactly at the center. Next we will go for reflection. So again I will go for return. Let's say tools, say reflect, say displayed element. Here now I want to reflect this element. First rotate a model little bit so that we will understand about which axis we have to reflect these elements. As you can see, the elements I have to reflect about the YZ plane. That means I have to select the axis as a X axis, and let me select base point. And element I have to set it to duplicate one, let's say current component, and let's say reflect. First thing that you will do is to check whether the mesh is fitting exactly on the geometry or not. So if I rotate it, mesh is fitting exactly on the geometry, so my reflection is successful. Next thing that we are going to check is for the node connectivity. So I will go for Shift F3. Let me select all the displayed element. Here I will reduce this criteria to 0.01, and let's say preview equivalence. You can see only this is my critical location. So I will go for equivalence, and the check that I have told you how to perform, you are going to perform it. So I will go for F5. This is very important check. Let's say mask, and let's say reverse, and here I will hide the surface, and I will go for unmask, and you can see entire geometry is coming. Not only that, they are coming layer by layer. That means we have meshed it very perfectly and properly. And say unmask all. In this way basically engineer B also has completed his task. But here you can say I could have removed these two opposite triangular elements. Let's see if we are able to remove it without harming our quality. So I will set it to by element quality. Then I will go for return. But again you have to take the decision. Here I have 3 layer of elements, and here also I have 3 layer of elements. So which one is important for you? Based on that you can take the decision. For example, if it is a structural analysis, then this would have been accepted. But if it is a crash analysis, then this thing would have not been accepted at all. So how to remove? Very easy. We can go for 2D quality index. Let's go for combine try element, and let's just move it. Oh sorry, we have to go for drag try element and just drag it. And then you can see they are not getting hampered by the quality of element, so that I will keep this as it is. And let's see all the elements, and we will save this file for the engineer B. So we can go for file, let's say save as. Generally whenever you work in the company, always try to save your file after certain intervals. For example, after you have done some critical operation, or before you are going to do some critical operation, try to save your file, because even if you are working on workstation will get hang, so that even if it gets stuck or even if software crashes, you will have the recovery file. So here I will remove this engineer B, and here I will put date, or you can put final also, and let's say OK.